Okay. I'm gonna try to do a quick Safe Act update. My stuff is congested up here. My nose leaking into my throat, all that crap from being outside. So, okay. This past Monday there was a meeting in Westchester County, up in the city of White Plains. The board of legislators, who are the lawmaking body for the county, were going to meet for the only time in March. Now, a few weeks ago, whatever, they had written a letter to D.C. Republicans and Democrats alike. Wrote a letter to D.C. asking D.C. to copy the SAFE Act in federal level, which would not sit well in Texas, believe me. Anyway, we were supposed to go up there to say to them flat out, we don't want this shit. Now, the New York State Rifle Pistol Association told me on Facebook to contact the guy. I called the guy, he called me back. He is a member of NYRSPA, but he's also the president of Westchester County Firearms Association. And they're the two key players in the major lawsuit that's coming up soon. And we were going over some things with this guy, certain things I don't want to discuss on camera. And I told him I was going to go to the rally on Monday, so that was that. And I knew I was going to talk to a brick wall, but I was going there to make my point known. So Monday, I knew there was no parking up there, so I needed to get a ride up there. So Monday, my mother, we bought a new iMac laptop and a desktop. So my mother said, I have a tutoring session in the Westchester County Mall, which is nearby, at 5:30. I'll go to the tutoring session, you go get something to eat, we'll meet up, and then I'll drop you off at the spot, and then I'll go shopping in Macy's across the street from the building. So that's what we did. I went and had a sandwich. She met with the legislators, and then she met with the computer tech guy. I had some time left, so I went to the Victorinox store and I bought a Sentinel single-handed opener. We do that in the time. So yeah. So we met up, went to the rally. She dropped me off. There were about, my guess was 50. Some other guesses were 70. One guess was 100 people at the rally on our side. And there was a mother and a daughter a few years younger than me protesting for the opposite side. And down the block was SEIU Union Lunatics. But the gentleman that organized the rally was actually a congressional candidate last year. He lost to, I voted for the guy, but he lost to our sitting Congresswoman, Nita Lowey. And he's like, blah, 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 our county's against us, blah, 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 we gotta make our voices heard. We gave a moment of silence for the Benghazi victims. News 12 Westchester was there. Yes, I was on camera. There was a man next to me who was a Nothing Fancy subscriber. He had the TMP hat. He was interviewed, not me. Such is life. So a lot of who shot John, blah, 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 blah. We gotta send a message, blah, 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 blah. After he was done talking, News 12 interviewed him. Some guy was standing behind him with the Gadsden flags and the American flags to Old Glory. And I'm standing like a freaking moron. So I said, you know what? Take the end of this flag, and hold it up. TMP guy stood behind me, held this sign up. The only thing caught on camera was me standing there like this. I'm wearing my Yankee jacket, hoodie, and my NRA cap. And if I get a link to it, I'll post it somewhere, but I have no link as of yet. I did see a clip, but I have no link. Nicole Katz, the assemblyman's wife, was there. She was in the corner with a sign that said, gun rights, women's rights too. But I didn't recognize her until I saw a picture on Facebook holding the sign. Dope. So, I had to leave after the rally was over. They went upstairs to sit down with the legislators. I had to leave early. The organizer to the rally, they stopped them at security checkpoint and said, the room is full. Nicole Katz, the assemblyman's wife, went in and found 21 empty seats in the full room. And I'm like, you fucking guys are acting like November's not gonna come. November will come. So I complained to Rob Astorino, our county executive. He's actually supposed to call me today. Nicole Katz pulled some strings and did a lot of arm twisting. Westchester County will make a proposal against the SAFE Act. We have no comprehension whether or not it will pass. We have no comprehension how far it will go, but it will be at least proposed. Yeah. And yesterday, Scott from Westchester County Firearms Association called me back. He told me there was another rally in the city of New Rochelle. The city board was going to vote against the SAFE Act. He said it was a very, very big rally, and I said I wasn't there. I live in Yonkers, unfortunately. Oh, whatever. It was hosted Wednesday night, I think, this past Wednesday night. And this past Wednesday, the Robert Schultz case went before the court. The court ruled against him. The judge said, I'm bound by a higher court's ruling. I blah, 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 whatever, some shit. I had to rule against you. Robert Schultz is contesting that before a higher court. He's appealing it. Plus the other 3 lawsuits that have already been filed, plus the one that is going to be filed very soon. The Schultz lawsuit was contesting the emergency, need for necessity, sign the bill right now thing. That's the weakest of all the 4 cases. Let me, right back. This is an updated map. The color scheme has been changed. Okay, white means no resolution. White, 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 white. New York City is divided into 5 boroughs and 3 counties. 2 counties for Long Island, Westchester over here, and Tompkins up here. Everything in blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, means they have proposed legislation but not passed it. White means nothing proposed. Green means passed. So all of these counties, there are 49 in total, and I think there might be a 50th real soon. I think Broome is supposed to go. Broome is down here. And Essex up here will go next week. So this should go today or tomorrow. This should go next week. We don't know about these 2, Albany and Sullivan. And Westchester is supposed to at least go blue within the next few days or a few weeks. Our plan is by the time this hits the courts, we want to have as many counties as possible voting to repeal the act. Some of these counties have actually gone as far as to say it is illegal to practice the SAFE Act, and some of the law enforcement officers have threatened to arrest officers that try to enforce it. But, yeah, and they say, NBC News says 70% of New York State supports Cuomo. Really? 2010 election, all these counties were all won by Cuomo, with the exception of a couple out here. But all this shit was won by Cuomo in the last election. And they're all against him now. So, that's it. We're hoping, and I'm still waiting for Westchester to propose something. The county executive is on our side. He is... See, a lot of you are used to sheriffs. We have sheriffs upstate, not downstate. A sheriff is a police officer elected by the people to head the police department. Over here we have police commissioners, which means the city, the mayor, appoints a police commissioner. The county executive appoints a police commissioner. The state, the governor appoints the superintendent or colonel of the state police. Rob Astorino is on our side. I said this before, he appoints the police commissioner, and the police commissioner controls the county police. There are also police in every town and village and city in my county. We have like 36 police departments in my county. And it's a small county compared to the rest of New York. So Rob Astorino could be what you could consider a sheriff. He controls the police. He's not a police officer, but he controls the police commissioner, and the police commissioner controls the police department. So if he's on our side, we will not enforce SAFE in Westchester County. no matter how many letters the board writes to DC begging for more gun control. Okay? Every town and village in Washington County as a whole can get on their knees and beg DC for more fanatical gun bans. If Rob Astorino is controlling the police department, there is not gonna happen. So that's pretty much the update. There is something. I heard Tompkins may propose some shit real soon. So Tompkins and Westchester might. Guys in Suffolk and Nassau, which make up Long Island, are also trying to lobby people to get some shit passed. But that son of a bitch, Dean Skelos, is from Long Island. And New York City is controlled by the Emperor, so that's that. Oh, by the way, speaking of the Emperor, on Monday, the state Supreme Court voted down the soda ban. He wanted to give you a $200 fine for buying, selling, or trading soda in a container larger than 17 ounces. A whole bunch of fucking slaves went down on their knees and begged and complied, but a couple of guys said flat out, fuck you, we're going to court. And that's all it takes. You can have every single fucking person in New York State supporting Cuomo. If there's one guy willing to hire a lawyer to fight him, it can work. Look at Chicago with McDonald. Look at DC with Heller. It only takes a handful of people to change the world. Thank you.